All right, here is the here's the transform Griffin pedal. All right, I did the review on the Griffin. I told you I bought 3 of them. Wanted to make a bilateral situation out of it, and here's what I ended up with. I made walnut footboards. I made walnut footboards. I've got my magnets into the footboards. A couple of cartridges here. I've got my axle magnets that I made here. These are Padauc beaters with a leather patch on them that I like. And I got these universals that I mean the drive shafts. I got the drive shafts from China off eBay, and they're $50. These are incredible drive shafts. I paid a little bit more for shipping to get them in from China, and I had to wait, obviously. But I really like these drive shafts. They're really nice. They have a very interesting feature on the inside here. Normally, you turn your screw down or your Allen, whatever you're using, and it goes right into the rod to set it. This one doesn't. There's no thread here in the aluminum housing. There's a little nut that's in a channel that slides, and what you're tightening is you go through that nut and you're tightening the nut to the screw, and there's no possible loss of thread in your very thin housing that all these drive shafts have. It's a really nice feature. There's 4 nuts in this. This is obviously a normal length drive shaft. Cut them down to do my double thing here, and I've got 4 of these screws in. This is not going anywhere. Plus I put some Loctite red just to lock them in place because they stay the position they are. But it's a really nice feature. Everything else about this thing is really motsy. I mean, it's beefy. This is my favorite bass drum pedal. How is this possible? You know, the price, when you look up the price on eBay, you're going to see that this Griffin pedal has gone up to, I think it's $52. I paid $43 and change because I got 3 of them, right? And just took everything apart. I added bearings in the posts. I took out all the assembly here, and everything is just functioning on each post, but with that stabilizer bar in between, no problems. There is one thing about this pedal that I did not mention in the review. Normally, when you get a bass drum pedal, right, you've got your hoop clamp is centered on the pedal. That takes whatever assembly you have for the beater and throws it off center, right? The interesting thing about the Griffin is, although it doesn't work out the same for a double pedal, but on the Griffin single pedal, the beater is centered over the hoop clamp, which is offset. That means when you center the pedal for the hoop clamp, the beater is centered with the center of the bass. Now, some guys don't like to hit the center of the bass drum head because sometimes it's kind of a dead spot, but most people are hitting above dead center on a 22-inch bass drum if that's what you're using, and certainly a 20-inch. If you're using 24, I think a 26, you pretty much can, 24, 26, you can get some dead center without losing inertia, without creating inertia problems with your beater on a standard pedal like this. But they have the hoop clamp is offset. It's off-centered on the base plate. So when you move it over to center it on the hoop, that puts the beater centered, which I think that's a really nice feature. It's something nice to think about, because otherwise all the time your beater is off-centered from your hoop clamp, from the center of the assembly itself. So anyway, here it is. I've got walnut. I've got my magnets, drive shafts. I don't know if you can see it. I put some little pieces of figured maple on the beater holders, just to add a little bit of stuff, you know. These are the Pearl. These are Pearl direct drive link assemblies. They come with a toe stop. So the wooden baseboard, the heel plate here is just a ball bearing door hinge. that I have, 3.5-inch ball bearing door hinge that I used to make this a longboard, and they are long boards. And I came out 13.5 inches, I think, on a longboard. So they come past the end of the base plate, which I cut down. This would come out a little bit farther. I cut that down. Didn't need that. So here it is. This is my. I've got 7 pedals now. I got another offset. It was basically new used, so I didn't pay as much for it. But I've magnetized that. My center section here, and I left some really loose tension springs on it just to get a double feel on it if I wanted it. And that's basically magnets doing that. I mean, the spring is there too, but the magnets have fun. All right, so you got so I've got 2 of the offsets, and I've got my my drumnetics that I've been using for years now. I love these. Are 4? What are these? 4 inches wide? 4.5 inches? I think they're 4 inches wide, based on the. Yeah, these are 4 inches wide, so they're even wider. Oh, I just love the feel. I just love the feel of these footboards. Really nice. The whole thing is the nicest feeling pedal out of anything that I've got. How is this possible with a $43 basic pedal? Now, yes, I've got walnut here, and I think these are maple, figured maple, walnut, just stuff I had in the shop. Got some walnut boards, and I had to pay for the links and the drive shafts, So I mean, there's stuff added to it. The price of the pedal's gone up, but significantly, to start out with these bass pedals at $43 and change each, and go from there. And this is my favorite pedal now. Success! I like success. You don't often get it, and I'm struggling with some other stuff. I'm making these. This brass. One pedal's going to be all. I get all brass, mostly brass. Can't get all brass from stuff like bearings. Can't get brass bearings. But I made these, and I don't have a metal shop, so they're not perfect, but they're going to work. Even my wood shop is not a professional wood shop, but I do what I can. So anyway, this is it. I wanted to show it to you. I'm telling you, man, I can't believe how good this thing feels. It's just so nice. So I'm going to be taking this to Kit, to the Keep It True Festival in Germany. This will be the pedal that I'm going to take with me. And I think guys are going to find this, not only those that have never seen a bilateral on a single bass drum before, play double bass, but the wooden footboards. And I'm coming along with my wooden footboard pedal. That whole thing is walnut. I'm making the whole thing out of walnut. Got a good deal on some walnut. So that whole thing, I'll show you that when I get that done. I gotta wait for some parts, so I still got a couple of weeks to go on that. But yeah, this is the I don't even, what do you call this? This is the renovated, rebuilt Griffin bilateral pedal. I can't sell it because somebody's got the bilateral footprint, somebody's got the magnet. The bilateral footprint patent. And somebody, Mike at Drumnetics, has the patent on using magnets. But when you're doing it yourself, you can do whatever you want. I just can't turn around and sell it. But this is so cool. I really like this. All right. So that's where I am at this point of the progression and the experimentation with pedals. And when I get that wood pedal done, I'll put that up next. Thanks for watching.